so am I.
Yay! Me intro, you intro, who intro?
I'm in trying? Okay.
No, I could intro. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay, then go for it.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Adreden, and Hal is there. I can't see him personally, but
I'm hiding.
there he is. Tried it quick. We are back in our little game here, and just trying to build some things. We're actually kind of looking at the kind of configuration of, let me see, don't drown me, of the ship and where we could possibly build some docking areas. There's a few areas we've kind of identified. I'm sure Hal can fill you in on that if he wants to.
So what we're talking about doing is adding a second umbilical like we have over here for the small mining vehicle, which would give us multiple connection points on the aft portion of the ship. This has the benefit that we'll be able to do things like with this one where we can onload, offload materials, recharge hydrogen and batteries, the usual stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the option that I was exploring with, of having a docking ring over here on either side, both on port and starboard, which would give us, if we wanted to have a small, like if we had a small transfer craft or something, we could have it basically pull up alongside. But the thing I'm thinking that I'll probably do, or that I'm probably going to want, is a large landing pad area above the hydrogen tanks.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm thinking here is something that goes... let's see. These are just placeholder blocks, folks. Don't freak out. So something that's maybe like this tall off the back.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. And then have it overhang the side a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So something about like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah, that'd be
Really large landing pad, so that's good.
Well, you're building a large vehicle over there, so I figured something that was big enough to have 2 or 3 docking points on it.
Mm-hmm. It's a small grid.
Yeah. But see, something like this would be big enough to allow to have basically all of our vehicles, like all of our flying vehicles, up here, so that they're completely out of the way. The other piece of that is that if we do this as a landing pad with connectors and everything, it'll add a little bit of structural stability to the back of the ship, but more importantly, it adds a layer of armor on the top.
Yeah. Our poor little ships might take some damage, but I guess overall, we don't want these hydrogens. Oh.
Yeah, we don't want things going boom on the ship.
It's one of the first rules of, spacecraft engineering.
Yeah. And then we'd just basically build like a little scaffolding system down here to attach it to the fuel tanks and stuff in various ways.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, since it's a small... Since we're looking at mostly small grid craft, we basically have the entire fleet, and then maybe have like a connector here for something large, like a small vehicle that's large grid.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're going to need something that will be able to haul, a little bit more with than just what the small grid is capable.
Yeah. True.
Even if it's just like a small scout or something.
Yeah.
Because the ship you're building is really cool, and the ships we have are really cool, but I want something that we can basically take out and just use as a scout. It doesn't really need to do anything other than scout and maybe, shoot a turd or something.
Right. Yeah. Just a small little gun ship thing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds good.
All right. So, what are you working on now?
All right.
You have made some progress since I looked at it last.
Hmm. Well, because we have the aerodynamics mod installed, I kind of wanted to build a pointy fly ship. So, got ourselves so far just the basic design of it as kind of a cockpit. Probably put a bit more of a point on it. I kind of want the front end to be like a little bit lower to the ground so that I don't know, kind of it's easy to see the runway. And the back end will be a bit higher. May not be doable in its current positioning. I don't. And then,
well,
oxygen generator and tank.
So we haven't put the wing mod in, or what is it? Because right now we're using the deadly reentry and aerodynamics mod, which is going to look at your ship and add all sorts of fun stuff. But there are a couple of other mods that are available. One of them has wings and a bunch of other stuff in it, including landing gear, like retractable landing gear. And so what I'm thinking is if we use one of those mods, what you could do is have because the mod I'm thinking of has a nose landing gear piece. It's a fixed landing gear, but it's a small wheel. And then if you use the retractables on the wings, because they are longer and larger, you would get your natural inclination with the nose down.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Could work. I mean, it'd be worth taking a look at least. I kind of want to use rotors and make the wheels rotated and stuff, but on the other hand, I also don't, because like that's also a big pain. So if we can shortcut some of that, it probably is way better.
So you're talking about doing and then sticking a wheel on that?
Or even higher up. Like,
let's go
even one below the cockpit there.
So something like, and basically just turn the rotor off so that it free spins.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe right off the side of the cockpit, maybe even. I don't know. I was gonna start building and then sort of figure it out.
Yeah.
Go through a couple iterations of, minor refinements as I fly it around.
All right. Good luck with that.
Well, thank you.
See if I can do this without taking the landing gear off the ship.
Well, that would be all right. I mean, it's just iron plates right now, so.
Yeah, but it's a lot of planning work that's already been done, and we don't really need to redo that,
No problem.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm not quite entirely sure how many hydrogen tanks I want or need. What is this? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at the moment, which
That's
is
a lot of hydrogen.
Yeah, it's a fair bit of hydrogen. Didn't you say we couldn't have enough hydrogen not too long ago?
Yeah, you never have too much fuel except for when you're on fire.
Yeah. Now it sounds like you can have too much fuel. Well,
I didn't say you'd have too much fuel. I'm just saying. Now, if we're going to do that... Okay, so while you're working on that, I think I'm going to work on this it's not really a hangar. The landing pad, I guess, would be better.
Okay.
Descriptor for it.
Sounds good. So yeah, so lots of my work here is going to be kind of, I don't know, planning and figuring things out. I'm not entirely certain exactly how I want this, but I have a rough idea of a body plan and shape and features that I want this thing to have, so we're going to just go with it and see what actually comes out.
Okay. Sounds like an idea.
Hope.
Construction components. Sorry, I'm talking to myself.
No worries. Yeah, I kind of want to extend these out a bit more so that we can have like so it just more of a sort of featured look. I guess it kind of reminds me of a Klingon bird of prey with the little pods on the top back, but I think it would look different enough. So I don't know. We'll see. Here, how big? 5 by 5 plus 2, so that actually should be perfect, shouldn't it? Oh yeah, good show. Weird. I'm gonna have to move. My character seems to be slightly dethinking with Hal's game, and so I just like my character's continually moving up a midget at a time.
Mm-hmm. I hear. Blame me. I see how it is. It's okay.
May have had 1 or 2 more ace brews than I ought to have had.
See, the truth comes out. So if we do...
There. Oh, one more. Oh, we got it.
Like that, maybe.
Oh, we also have a slightly... it's not new, I'll say, but I, at my request, added modular thrusters. So I'm going to be probably integrating them into this build a bit. So hopefully it turns out interesting.
I hope so.
That's in the wrong place. That's gonna make it tricky.
Alright, so if we do this. Alright, that gets us up to here.
Yeah, so hopefully, I mean, part of the main goal is to have a lifting kind of body with big wings. So that's why I'm not going to be putting very many thrusters along the bottom to lift it up, per se. Maybe some atmospheric ones. I don't know. We'll see. Might be a little bit easier than worrying about it on this big old grass plain, but we'll see.
Yeah, never hurts to try, right?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if I can get... So you used to be able to get these to latch onto the side, but I don't think we're going to get that. So what we may need to do... I need something that's going to sit on top of that. Can I get with a column there? I don't think I'm going to be able to. We're going to try it though. Nope. Interior plate. Oh, let's see if we grab an interior plate. Can I get away with this? I don't think it's going to work, but I'm going to try it anyway because you never know. Space engineers being space engineers.
Mm-hmm.
So if we go... Oh, that is so cheap. I guess that technically works. Yep. It works on a technicality, right?
You see, whatever you're up to, I don't actually know. What are you up to over here? Wow. Ow!
If we can get away with
people. Oh, that's neat. I like that. You know how I got over here so fast? I teleported.
Nice.
Through death.
Death, the ultimate transport.
Yeah.
Okay, so that gets us up to where I was at. Now, when I placed the original framework, I wasn't actually thinking about how to get up here, so the stairs worked out pretty bloody well.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really have to modify a whole lot. Alright, So that's going to be there. No. I keep forgetting these are blast doors. That's what we're looking for.
There you go. I feel like my inertial dampeners were turned off. That's filling that all in for now, and got stairs. Yeah, no, actually, this works quite well.
What's
I
up?
think you had to take out one pane of glass to make this work.
Technically, I had to take out 2.
Oh yeah, I see now. Yeah, just recalling it from my
Yeah, two
previous
panes
memories.
of glass, and then 2 half blocks.
Oh yeah, that's right. That were nice to run across up here.
Yep.
That's okay though. Random blocks falling off.
Yeah, well, you know. Anybody's ever seen me build a landing pad, this is pretty much my standard concept for a landing pad build. I tend to frame it in either heavy or light armor blocks, and then I use blast doors for the actual landing surface.
Okay.
So, mainly because of the fact that the large grid thrusters tend to destroy anything other than heavy armor block or blast doors.
Right.
So it's become basically my standard, just out of convenience.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Alright, so that's the basic landing pad. See if I accidentally attached any somewhere when I wasn't expecting to, because that sometimes happens. Space engineers being space engineers. Okay.
Yeah. As I was planning this, I had some weird blocks dropping off. You ended up grinding them away, I think.
Yeah. Alright. So that puts a lot of mass in the back of the ship, which I think is the exact opposite of what we did, or the problem that we were having before, where we ended up with a lot of mass in the front of the ship, maybe?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Because of the batteries, because we added so many batteries to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the cargo containers up here as well. So
Yeah.
as we fill those up, basically the mass increases on the ship. So, yeah. Okay.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
I may move I may move that spotlight out here further too. Alright. Okay, so that gives us that portion. And then
So they have a vision of making my Cybertronian fighter. Just remembering how terrible creating some of these bases were. Trying to make it look like a nice smooth line, the blocks.
yeah.
It'll be okay. It'll work out.
It always works out.
Yeah. There.
And then depending on which ships, or what type of ships and the size of the ships,
Yep.
some of these railings may come off.
Yeah. There. Now I need to get some new. Okay. These guys, I think.
There we go. And that gives us a mostly secure area up here. And I'm gonna go one. I guess that's not bad.
Can you not have two types of blocks on of the same kind on different things? Oh, that's
Which
oddly annoying. It's like I want one like I want the half slope light armor block, but I also want the bigger one, so I can just like switch between them like by wheel mouse, or well, not by wheel mouse. But
yes, you can. Basically, what you do is when you go into your block menu,
yeah.
over on the right side, it'll when you have a particular block selected, if there's variations on that block, you should be able. Let me check to see if this works. Oh nope, they took it out. Actually, can you click and drag it? Yes, you can left click and drag off of the sub menu down to your bar, and that'll give you the specific block type.
Perfect.
I say I knew you used to be able to, and I was just like, you still can or not actually.
Yeah, that would be kind of a bit annoying if you couldn't.
Well, because they keep changing the way that the block menu works. Because they keep King keeps condensing the blocks down.
Right.
And this last time they moved things that used to be part of the regular blocks, like the regular 1x1 full block type. The half block and half ramp are now part of the 2x1 ramp block subset.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's rather annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, I know why they did it, or I have a suspicion of why they did it, but it still makes it annoying if you're not expecting it.
Yeah. Right, let me get me some hydrogen.
That gives us a bunch of connectors. Okay.
Okay. I need some more hydrogen.
Let me see. There should be a connector there. Come here, buddy.
And what else do I need?
Get me
Plates. I just need more steel plates and ran out.
What are we missing? Construction components? Can you check to make sure we have construction components? I should.
Sure. I'm gonna say no.
Didn't we just have a bunch?
We did. I mean, I took some, but not like
800 ingots. That's fine, actually. Let's do 2K of those.
yeah. Okay.
Let that run for a second. Do a little dance.
Waiting for stuff to build dance.
What's that?
The waiting for stuff to build dance.
Yep, pretty much. Hey, look at that. All components successfully withdrawn.
I always found it weird how these like light or with light armor slope tips are just like they look slightly weird until you actually build them.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
What am I missing? Steel plates. How am I missing? It told me I got everything.
It lies, Hal. It lies.
Apparently. Give me plates. So, what did you do with the plates that you said you pulled out?
I have a bunch on me.
Oh, not you. I was using the build planner, and the build planner is like, you've gotten all the components. I'm like, missing plates. Actually, before we do that. So we're gonna grab.
Okay. You know. Oh yeah, right. We're not in creative mode. Never mind. Like, you know what would be really great right now? Symmetry mode.
I know, right? We're being able to build like entire planes and lines of blocks.
Yeah.
And not having to weld them up. Alright, so that should give us a bunch of active connections on the landing pad now. And the reason I went with this array is not only does it match up pretty well with the stuff down below, because it is directly above them, but it allows us to have a little bit of flexibility in which way we align vehicles that are up here on the landing pad, and gives us a couple of extra options.
Okay.
So, what I should probably do is put a connector here. Actually, yeah, do it like here-ish and here-ish. Because in that way we can have larger vehicles facing port to starboard or whatever.
Yeah.
And then have another one over here for the same reason. That way if you build like or you get one of the small transports out of the base. Speaking of, how much money do we have now?
I don't know.
Sections.
I haven't really looked in a bit.
Oh, 9 mil. Okay. I had one for processed goods earlier that I dropped off. It was like a 5 million contract.
Ooh. Good.
Yeah, considering it was for, I think, gold or something.
Yeah, it's nice. Ah, don't fall. Fall. That back.
What do you need? That's a lot of silver. I don't think... Actually, how much silver do we have on board?
I couldn't tell you. But we did mine a freak ton of it. Actually, I guess the gold. Well, yeah. I mined a lot of gold ore, but that doesn't really equate to very much.
Yeah, we'll grab it. Let's see what you have. Contracts. Hauling contract. See, I really like the hauling contracts for the value of them. But they are not even close to being profitable. Because you have to go, like, this one's 27,000 kilometers. So you need, multiple jump drives.
Yeah.
And the ability to go, a really long distance.
Yeah.
In a very short period of time. So...
This is not going to be an X-wing, so I'm going to grind all this upper part wing off here. May as well do that now, I guess. Ah! We're losing pieces.
That's not good.
No. It's okay. They're not very special pieces.
Do I want one of these?
Ow.
This actually wouldn't be too bad to have.
Ooh. I should probably go get some more health now.
And then there's the buddy miner. 2 passenger seats. So for those, if you've never seen the buddy miner, this thing has 2 large atmospheric thrusters on the back of it for lift, right? And then on the back of the thrusters are passenger seats. So you're literally strapping your passengers to the engine.
Fun.
It is awesome.
Whoa, slow down, slow down.
Because I think that has a bottom connector on it. And if not, it should be easy to put one on it.
Let's leave it. That. There we go. There. No.
this would be a nice one to have the ion fade, but it's ion only, so you wouldn't be able to use it in an atmosphere.
Right.
Patrol craft is Atmo only.
Why can't I place this? You need large steel tube.
I think I'm going to get one of these. We need 800k, 700k, I guess. There we go. Hey, come back here. Of course, having done that. Oh, nope, it's still there. Okay. Or buy one of those. Why not?
Okay.
I have no clue where it spawned it, but...
I mean, 6.
Oh, there it is. Interesting.
Okay.
Okay,
Try that.
There is an bottom connector. Okay, perfect. So, for those who are curious, basically, if I decide I don't want it, I'll just grind it down.
Yeah, true. We can grind them down pretty easily.
Yeah. We don't even have a bob on this thing, do we?
Nope.
So, if we go here, I want you to use switch lock.
Why does that seem wrong?
Hmm?
I'm just contemplating what got going on here.
Mystery of your navel?
No, okay.
What? You never contemplate the mystery of your navel?
No, I don't think so. I think this needs about that. There. We'll see how that works.
Alright.
Alrighty. Around. Down and around.
So that's just the hydrogen thrusters. Great.
Mm-hmm. Be right back.
All right. Okay. So that gives us a small scout vehicle that we can attach, or just detach as we need to. But this is basically what we're talking about, is that if you notice we have enough room in here, if we actually move this over to this connector, it would probably be better utilizing the space, but it works for now. And if we take the little winglets off, we could actually get another one of them directly next to it, so. Okay, so now we have all of that. Just really need to weld this crap up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stairs. And look, we have readily made connections. Did you 2 walkways? 3 walkways. Let's see. All of you use the same amount of components? No. you use the most components, so we're going to grab that. Ow. Okay. If we really need to get through here, you can come up, just kind of crouch down. I mean, I guess I could move it one over.
Right. I have to hop out of bed. Back out of bed.
All right.
There we go.
Alright, so if we do that there instead.
Changing where the stairs are?
Yeah, just making it hopefully a little bit more common sense-ish.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, my build's not really planned out, guys. It's gonna be a work in progress. See how it
Somebody plans anything around here?
Not that many people would know it, but I do actually plan out my build's usually a little bit better than this.
Yeah, there's a couple of ideas I want to work on for craft at some point, so I'll have to actually get out and map stuff, and I just haven't been doing that. So
yeah.
And I might put a pillar here just to give it a little bit more stability, just in case. And you.
No. Oh.
Itchy nose.
No, not an itchy nose. Bear Junction. That's the one. Rotate. Rotate. That. Right?
And you go like so.
The interior plate. Crap.
There we go.
Whoa.
What's up?
That's a new ship. That looks pretty cool. It's not bad.
Hey, glad you like it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was what I was talking about buying.
Yeah, no, it's neat. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, large tubes.
And what I'm thinking I may do is I may pull, if there's any ammo or anything on it, pull all of that off and see if we can blow it up in the atmosphere from aerodynamics.
It is a little bit snub-nosed. Not too bad.
I've been told that a lot of the pre-builds actually don't do bad in the Deadly Reentry mod.
Yeah, I think people like the curvy angles and stuff. I mean, there's a couple of spots, like right there, I could use a little bit more of a point, but yeah, not bad. That's probably because of the thruster there, so I guess.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. I actually would have thought that these thrusters would have melted this stuff, but I guess not.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, it's because it's the particle emissions. The line of the emissions is where the damage is applied.
Oh, and it's like right down the center?
Yep.
Okay. Makes sense, and good to know.
Yeah.
I will try. I have to incorporate that into my... Oh, nice. Thank you for the lights.
Yeah, it's one block forward is like the full block in front of it, and then from that point out, it's half block from the central line.
A half block out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Starting to lose light.
Yeah. Very much so.
Alright, let's see what you've got going on over here. Okay,
Well,
that has grown significantly.
Yeah. I've got the basic of one side kind of figured. It's just a matter of
Oh, and you've got the thrust. You're using the modular thrusters over here.
yeah, I hope so. Hope it works out
So
all
the
right.
question is, are you using those are the atmospheric thrusters?
Hmm.
Yeah, you're using the atmospheric. That's what you want it.
Yep.
Okay.
Not entirely certain if they need an air intake or what, or if they need like a cargo.
No, they don't need the atmospheric thrusters. Don't need an air intake of any kind.
Oh yeah.
No fuel line for those.
Because they're essentially just like, well, I mean, the vanilla ones are essentially just like turbine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the hydrogen version, I think might need to be on a feed line. I don't know. I don't remember using them.
Yeah. Well, that should be okay. I mean, I'll probably need to put on some ion thrusters, like here. I'll probably need them. Not iron thruster.
Are you done with the grid reference sizing tool?
Grid reference. Yes, that's right. Yeah, I'm gonna probably need to put some sort of hydrogen thruster set somewhere. No, it's all
I guess.
gonna depend on how this turns out. And then side somewhere. I don't know. Well, anyway, we'll figure that out at some point.
Yeah, why not, right?
Mm-hmm.
You down there.
Trying to figure out this bottom line right now. So I want it to have a fairly good amount of lift, but I also want it to be, I don't know. Look.
See, my concern with adding like this big area back here is, will the vehicle have enough lift to actually take off still?
Yeah. Well, there's enough space underneath to add more thrusters. Not that it needs more thrusters, I guess.
You can always use more thrusters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, do we really want to pipe more in is the question. Because we're kind of pushing it as it is.
We are certainly kind of pushing. Though, I mean, these vents could go up onto the top or even onto the inside of the protected area, or maybe underneath the cross. Yeah, to go in here too, sort of underneath this landing pad. So there are spots for it. It's not really for. Yeah.
Yeah, so I already replaced that one. Okay.
Let's bring this line over. Just see what is going on with this.
Yeah,
Right.
so if I was going to pipe more thrusters in, I'd probably remove that thruster, put a conveyor block on it, and then just run a line of conveyor blocks back. The conveyor junction blocks. Maybe even do a double line of them.
Up here.
Oh, no, back here, if you're down below.
I'm looking at the wrong.
You know where the O2 generators are? Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, so what I was thinking is that if I need to add more lift thrusters, I'll take this thruster off. And where the thruster's at currently, put a conveyor junction in, and then just run a line of conveyor junctions down here all the way back to next to the gyro.
Right. Yeah. Makes
and
sense.
then do a second line in front of the gyro all the way up to the front under the spotlight, and do that on both sides.
Hmm.
And basically just add thrust. That just gives us an area to add thrusters as we need to.
Yeah. That would be pretty good.
2, 3, 4, 5. So that would we'd be able to add like 11 or 12 thrusters on one side.
Yeah.
So basically doubling our lift potential.
Mm-hmm.
And we could do the same on this side. So yeah, so I'm not going to worry too much about how much mass we're adding. But I do want to check really quick to see if we're okay where we are right now. So I'm going to do a quick flight check.
Okay.
Yeah, we can still lift off of what we have.
Eee.
Whee! We are at that point where we're starting to sink.
Hmm.
But we can actually take off with it. So
Okay. I wonder.
actually, no, that's right.
Here.
There you go. Give you a little light there for you, buddy.
Hey. Good. It's a little good. It's getting a little dark.
How's that work for you?
That's pretty good. Yeah. Plus my lights works out quite well.
All right. Well, while I'm up here in the bridge, you want me to bring you like a cola or a coffee?
Coffee. Definitely
No
need
coffee?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I actually have a coffee on me. What do I have? Oh, I got a cola. Yeah, coffee would be perfect.
I wish it put it directly into your inventory instead of launching it out.
Yeah.
So, did you see when they first put the vending machines in, what they were doing with the Clang Cola?
No.
The Clang Cola came out at max speed. It was doing something like a...
Oh no.
So technically it was coming out at, I think, 1,000 meters per second.
God.
Or 100 meters per second, I don't remember.
How many?
Because the vanilla is 110 meters per second, right?
Yeah.
But it was coming out faster than the default. Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get it?
I did. Actually, not actually necessarily consumed one before.
Yeah. It's just a health regen.
A lot of kind of.
I always thought that the it should give you like 10 or 5 health and like 10 energy or something.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for the Clang, the cola.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe Clang gives you 5 and 5, and coffee gives you just 10 energy or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'll probably get around to modding one in there sometime.
Yeah, that'd be good. Okay. What do I think of that?
Yep, just health. Okay.
You know, I have no idea how this is going to work. If the bottom has to be completely flat, or if it's going to be like, it's okay that it's got like a slight upward curve to it, or what?
You mean for the aerodynamics portion?
Well, like right here, I've got this line that I'd kind of like to incorporate because of this rear thruster.
Uh-huh.
But then I've also got this like line here that kind of goes up at a, 2x1 kind of slope. I should move it at 1, But I don't know if that 2x1 slope is actually a problem, or if I should try to minimize that into like a ramp or something.
If I was gonna do this, I would. Let me do this real quick. I personally would do that.
Bit hard to see what's going on. Oh, so you have like a sort of two sets of slopes.
Yeah, and then the reason why I would do it like that is because then you can, depending on what angles you wanted to put back here to tie it all together, this makes it a little easier to tie it in. Because if you wanted to, you could then say, let's take that out for a second. Let me grab this beastie. So if you wanted to do the 2x1 into a half ramp piece to do like just a strut style build, you could do something like that.
Huh. That's interesting. I don't really played with
the other option is to go and just carry that ramp line straight down. So this just depends on what you're trying to do with the detailing on it.
Well, the main concern at this point is just to make sure that the aerodynamics don't, essentially take off this back engine. So I just want to kind of make sure there's something to prevent that.
Well, because if you go from here, you could... This is the reason why I was saying I usually will do that ramp, the 45 ramp.
All right.
Because then if you do that... So,
that will channel the air away from it, as it were.
Right. And then you have the option of either doing this ramp. Or, like we were saying before, it then opens the option for doing things like this if you wanted to go this route with it.
I definitely find that interesting. Like, that's something I've never really used before.
Yeah.
So I might actually try that.
Yeah, it just comes down to what you want to do for detail purposes.
Do
I actually only have one? I only have one bloody plate. I must have welded something by accident.
You weld all these. Okay. That's when I'm going to have to integrate this wing into this slope somehow. And integrate the front somehow. Well.
Yeah, so you could end up with lines like that. Just depends on how you want to do it. What the style is you want to come out of it with.
I'm curious to see what this new block can make it look like. So I'm going to go with that because I'm curious.
You're just going to do the half ramp all the way down?
No, whatever you got here, this weird little like quarter half slope light.
Yeah, that's the half slope light armor block.
Yeah, I think I like that. I don't really know exactly what I'm going to do with it, but I'm at least play with it.
One of the Y-wing inspired builds that I did, I used these for instead of running the pillars, because pillars are centered, and I wanted to keep it as vanilla as possible.
Yep.
And so one of the benefits of using this particular block, like if you continue the same block shape that you were doing before, you can actually make a small pillar by putting these side by side. And because of the way that the block system works, that block is now wide enough for you to walk on.
Oh, interesting.
So you can actually build scaffolding like this.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, so That's some of the stuff that that's some of the ways that I use these.
It certainly is an interesting one.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I guess that would mean I kind of want to. I don't know. I'm probably going to leave some empty space up here. I guess I'm going to need some gyros, reactors, and such along these two sort of upper pods.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right on.
figuring that out. I'm going to take that block out before it becomes a problem. Ugh.
Yeah, you don't have a small jump drive, so.
Yeah.
And then we would do. Like I said, I don't know what you're wanting to do with the whole thing, but. What if you want to do something like this?
How does that interact with the aerodynamics, I wonder?
Don't know. But it gives you some ideas on ways that you can play with the block set.
Interesting.
Yeah, because a lot of people when they do the 2x1 corner like this one, this corner 2x1x1,
Yep.
they'll use the tip piece. They'll use the upper portion. And they forget that you can use that half block
For sure.
ramp, the half slope, in that connection as well, and that's what it looks like. So
Yeah, I would be in that category there.
yeah. And like I said, just gives you a little bit more option for detail work when you're building stuff. See, I haven't even begun to greeble the big ship yet.
Yeah. Well,
It's
quite the beast.
We still have this thing set up around the idea of just big flat areas.
yeah.
Yeah, bless you. Goes on tight. One of the things that I had thought about was basically that line that you saw me build on yours. Talking about that half ramp, just build something like that goes down here between these tanks. But we ended up building the landing pad above it, so.
Yeah.
And with the aerodynamic mod turned on, I'm not thinking I'm going to do a skeletal an exoskeleton for the ship,
Yeah.
because the aerodynamic mod's going to burn it off. It's going to rip it off.
Yeah.
So, tis a thing.
Yes, it is. Okay. We're at about an hour.
Yeah, we are. You want to call it here and
Yeah, it's probably a good spot to call it. I mean,
okay.
I can just keep working on some things over there and
Yeah.
figure it out for a bit.
Oh. Yeah, and by the time this episode airs, we will have been Thanksgiving. We will have
Yeah.
in the U.S. at least. Now, Canadian Thanksgiving is what, like in October, right?
Yeah, we had ours like weeks ago,
Yeah.
so it was pretty good.
Because you have it like right before Halloween or something, right?
Yeah, like a week or two before. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was nice.
All right. Okay. So, I think that will do it for us today then.
I think so.
All right. You keep working on this thing, and when we come back next time, we should have hopefully a little bit of progress for you, right?
I hope so.
All right.
Probably won't be flying, but it'll be doing something. I don't know. I'll probably have one side of it like planned out, and then, or maybe
Yeah.
I'll have two. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, if nothing else, we'll get it. Once you get it to the point where you're kind of happy with it, we'll start welding it up so people can see what's going on, and maybe I'll do that. Like, I'll just record the weld work and throw it. Have it as a off content like thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Extra video. That's what I was trying to think.
Yeah. Those people who love.
All right. All right, so for those folks who are watching from my side, make sure you pay a visit over to Adreden's channel, because if we do any extra content, he'll probably have it posted over there. Not only that, if you're enjoying this series, you'll probably enjoy the rest of his stuff. He does a lot of 7 Days to Die, as well as some solo space engineer stuff. And you have gotten much more heavily involved in the modding community, so definitely check out his stuff. Let him know what you like. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit a like on this one. Head over to his channel, hit like as well. And if you haven't done so already, go throw him a subscribe. Like I said, he makes a lot of great content, and he's a great guy to hang out with, so he definitely deserves the follows.
Well, thank you. Yeah, so if you're on my side, go check out Hal's channel. The link is on my homepage somewhere, at the right hand somewhere. And yeah, check out all his awesome Space Engineers content.
I saw you pull out that grinder.
I did not. I only have a hand.
Yeah, so if you, like I said, if you do enjoy it, make sure you throw a like. If you want to see more, you haven't done so already, new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, be sure to throw it down in the description below. Why? Because we always enjoy a good conversation, and the feedback is always appreciated. And on that note, we're going to get out of here. Hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we will see you back here for more Space Engineers multiplayer.
Thanks, guys. See you then.
As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody.